Hello, this is Kelly Dodge. I am a gold leader and a two-time IATAN card holder. And today I'm going to do a training in Canva to show you how to create digital business cards. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open my Canva, and I am going to be creating these digital business cards that look like this. All right, so that you can customize them for whatever it is that you're trying to sell at the moment. All right, so here I am in Canva, and you would be starting in Canva at home. So let me show you what that would look like. You would be starting with something that starts like this. And we are going to create something new. I'm going to end up giving you, showing you how to do a brand template so that you can use that over and over again to create all of these without having to start from the beginning each time. And so this is going to be a very simple and easy process. Although, if you're not familiar with Canva, give yourself some grace. It does take a moment. So I'm just clicking social media and I'm just clicking Facebook post because I just want a regular old square, right? You can post and use this anywhere, but I just want a square. And so I choose quite often a Facebook post. All right, so here's what we're going to do. So we're going to create something that we can use over and over again. Now, a digital business card I highly recommend when you're working in Facebook groups. Let's say you're working a certain brand and you want to tell someone they answer their question or say that you can help them. It looks professional to have what I call a digital business card. And so here's what we're going to do to get started. Okay. So we're going to start with one of the most common places that new agents start, and that's going to be Carnival. All right. So we're going to create a Carnival business card. Now I want to have something like two-thirds of it to be a picture of the brand, like the ship. And then the bottom half, I want to use to put my name and phone number. All right. So my contact information. So the first thing I'm going to need is you're going to need a picture of, I suggest, a Carnival cruise ship. Okay. So let's say we want to look at the Carnival Jubilee ship. All right. Let's go ahead. We put that in our Google search and let's click images. All right. This is a very easy way to find a picture and get a picture of a anything. All right. Just go to Google. All right. So let's go ahead and look and see what kind of pictures that we have here, what we might look. All right. Look for. All right. So let's go ahead and grab this picture here. All I'm going to do is look at this picture and I'm just going to right click with my mouse on the picture and I'm going to click copy image. All right. And then I'm going to go back to my little Facebook square. I'm going to right click and I'm going to click paste. All right. Once I have this on, I am going to stretch this because again, I want it to fit in the top two-thirds of my page. So I'm going to trim this up. Do you see how I'm just dragging? See how these arrows appear? And I'm just dragging this, all right? And I want it to, again, fit the top two-thirds of my graphic. You can also, if you're not sure that it's snug at the top, click on it so that you can see that it's outlined. Click position and then click top. And oops, see, it was a little smidgen. All right, so now I've got this cruise ship right here at the top. All right, that's going to get their attention. Let's make sure I've got it all the way over. I don't want to have any white on the edge. Okay. Now, the next thing that I want to do is I want to look at this white space And I want to decide what color I want my whole background because I don't like that it looks almost like a Polaroid picture, but that's not what I'm going for. So I'm going to go ahead and I click on this background area. And as you can see right here, this tells me what color the background is. I'm going to click on that. Okay. And I'm going to change the color. Now I do have some brand colors that I use. You probably in your Canva, maybe you see just the solid default colors, but I want it to match my picture. Okay, I want it to be cohesive. So I am going to actually choose this dark blue, right? Or you could choose this also if you would like. Maybe we'll go with that color. Uh, so that it's, you could go with this as well, whatever you choose. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and let's just let's go ahead and use this because I think I want to have my name in white so that it pops. Okay. So speaking of our name, we're going to go to some text and we are going to just add a little body of text just for now. Okay. Here's our little where we're at. All right. So we're going to have our name. I'm going to put um certified travel advisor. You can have it say whatever it is, whatever you choose to be called, travel agent, travel advisor, whatever you want. And my phone number. Okay. Now I want that to fit nicely. I also want to make sure that it's big so that people can see it. All right. And so I just stretched it out a little bit. You can also use this just so you know, if you want to just tweak it just a little bit, you can click this up and down. All right. You can change your font. I recommend that you make sure that you're using a professional font. You can even go so far as to going to ChatGPT and asking ChatGPT, what is the best font to use for a professional digital business card? And they're going to give you some suggestions and some options, okay? And so you can also bold this. I think bold is nice. I want it to pop even more, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the text color right here, and I'm going to make this white. Whatever you choose to do, okay? You can also do some additional effects if you would like, whether you want to outline it. You can even change the thickness of the outline and change the color of the outline. Okay, you can make that outline any color you want. So if you really want it to pop and be crisp, you can do it in black. All right, so now we have our little travel advisor. Our name is here. If you want to position this, right, without dragging it, you want to be sure it's in the center, you can hit center. If you want to position it so that it's over to the left, you can do that as well. Okay. Now, the next thing that I suggest is to have the logo here, right? You are affiliated with a multi-million dollar brand. You want people to know that. It's going to give you some online credibility. People don't know you from Adam. They don't know who you are. They don't know if they can trust you. But if you're partnered with a multi-million dollar brand, you're going to up that credibility just a bit. So I'm going to do the Carnival. I'm just in Google here, Carnival logo. Let's grab the Carnival logo and we can go ahead and take that logo and we can do the same exact thing. You can pick whichever one you want. And you can go ahead and right click, copy image, go back to your document, right click, and paste your image. All right. Copy and paste. We tell you if you can copy and paste, you can do this job. So I gotta copy it and paste it. Okay. So now we've got our little carnival logo, right? Maybe you decide, well, that's great that that's over to the I feel like it's touching a little bit too much for me. I know that was over to the left, but I want to move it just a little bit. Okay. Now you can also, if you want to add something else in here, you can trim this down a little bit. Okay. And then you can, again, you can position it all the way over to the right. It's gonna just pop it in that corner nice and snug. Okay. You can also put in an element that I like to use, which is licensed and insured. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. Paying attention to something else. Okay, licensed and insured, and you can always put that on anywhere on your document, actually. We could pop it right over here if you wanted to. Okay, so that people can see it. You can put it up at the top. You can put it near your name, whatever it is that you would like. But licensed and insured is a good, is something nice to add to your little graphics. And then sometimes I like to add a little bit of I think it adds a little whimsy and it adds a little bit of eye catcher is to put a phone in here or maybe a call me sticker, something like that. Whatever you choose, but a picture of a phone. And you could even choose the color, right? If you wanted to. Um, and if you want it to match your document, I'm gonna slide this over here real quick. And I am going to go back to those elements. Kind of like this little blue phone. Okay. Now I'm going to take this blue phone. I'm going to position it in the bottom left. And then once I put it in the bottom left, I'm just going to drag it and shrink it down to the size that I want it. Okay. All right. You could put something also on your document like call me to book today. And let's see what we get. Let's see all. Call today. Call for a free quote. Book now. Any of these things are cute that you can use. All right. You can change your color. If you want it to more match your carnival logo, we can go ahead and edit that and we can take a look and see. There's carnival red. So that it matches your book now, or maybe you're like, well, I liked it standing out, but you can always change your colors here. So that had two reds in it. So there, I changed it so it has those two reds in it. Um, Whatever it is that you want to do, you can go ahead and add to your document. Here's this other book now. Whatever you think, whatever you like. Um, that's more of a click here book now. You could even do one of these up in the corner if you liked that instead. You can see all the different things that you can do and you can put on your document. All right. Maybe there's a sale going on that you want to bring to people's attention, or maybe you want to do call it something or write something specific, I should say. All right. So maybe you just want a sale sticker. You can play around and just find out, find what you want. Okay. I've used this one quite often. Um, right here. and I write things in it like free onboard credit. So as you can see, you can use any of this stuff, and play with it and see what you like. All right. So this is something that I might do, and I might change this so that it's the carnival red. All right. So it's again more cohesive. And then here, if I want to add and make it say what I want, I can just put some text in there, add a little body of text, and I can put everything is on sale, whatever you want. A lot of times I put um call me for free onboard credit. Everything is on sale. All right. I'm going to make that. You see what you can do here is not only can you stretch it, you can just make it because I didn't like how it was touching the lines. And if you're old like me, here's a good magnifying glass to help you out. You can magnify it and go right up into it, because once I magnify it, I can see that, oops, it's still a little bit bigger than it should be. I had to get up in there and see it though. And I want that to be a little more. I probably want to put an exclamation point here. Everything is on sale. Okay. So, and then you can even change these colors on the inside. So when I click on this little graphic here, the big square, it shows me what colors are in this little graphic. And the colors are this red that I made it and white. Well, what if I wanted that to be blue? What if I wanted it to match the carnival blue? Um, I could do that, right? So now that's a nice little thing. And then I go, oh, well, what if the font was the same color? I can go ahead and click in that font. And this is showing me the document colors, by the way. These are the colors that we're using in the document. Or you can go down and you can look and see, what do I want to match it up to, right? And you can do that if you want. You can go a step further and you can really add some enhancements to this font that's in there. You can click effects and you can hit glitch, which is going to make it, look a little shiny. Or you could do outline it so that it pops a little bit more. Maybe you want to, you know, whatever, play around with those. Okay. And again, I'm going to zoom back out. But again, you can put as little or as much on here as you want. I recommend that. I think this is a little bit too much. I don't know, maybe not. I also add my picture to here if that's something that you want to do. You can add your picture to the graphic. I'll show you how to do that now. I highly recommend that you use something like ChatGPT, where you can upload 3 pictures of yourself and ask it to make a professional headshot, and it will do a professional headshot for you versus spending hundreds of dollars on professional headshots. I think that everyone's doing it and using AI. You'd be surprised at how much it'll look like you, to just use that and just do something a little bit um, uh, more personalized, and do that. So I'm going to take a couple of these things out and I'm going to show you then what that looks like. So I'm going to take that over to the left. I'm going to move this license and insert over here. And I am going to show you how to put your picture in. All right. So you can either frame yourself or do what I do. And I do it this way because I do have the background remover. I spend $12.99 a month for the upgraded version of Canva. So I have what's called background remover. So I am going to show you, I'm going to insert a picture of myself that I have. I am going to see if I can find it. I don't think it's in my agent pictures. I think it's actually in my uploads. So in here in my uploads, I have a picture somewhere of myself that I had ChatGPT do. So that because I have not had a professional picture ever. And so I had them do this. So this is a professional picture that ChatGPT did for me. I don't like the background of it, but it's okay because like I said, I have this background remover and I'm just going to click this. Again, this is a premium feature that you could choose to do. But now I have this picture. I've taken the background out of it and I can stick that down right into my right in here. And then you'll see that here I am. But here I am. All right. I think that adding a personal touch like this lets people see who you are. It also is going to I believe reduce the chances that someone thinks that you're scamming them. They can see you're a real person. They can identify with who you are. People are going to book with who they like, know, and trust. We hear that all the time. If you haven't, put that in your brain. People are going to book with who they like, know, and trust. So you need to know, or you need to be able to show them who you are, right? So that they can like, know, and trust you. Following you on social media, believe it or not, is enough nowadays to have people learn to like, know, and trust you. Okay. You need to make sure you're conducting yourself professionally. But I think it's very easy to do, and people want to get to know us even via social media or the internet. It's just the reality of where we're at today. Okay. So that is an example. All right. So this I'm ready to go ahead and use, right? So I'm going to do this as a template. I am going to I'm going to take this out though, just because I don't want that on my template. And so I'm going to just take that out. I think that's perfect the way that it is. And so I'm going to go ahead and save this. And so here's how you save on Canva. If you're not familiar with Canva, you're going to click share. Then you're going to click download. It's going to ask you what type of a file type you want. It's going to be defaulted to PNG. That is what's recommended. You just click download and then there you have it. Once it downloads, it is going to allow it to upload to your hard drive or your memory, and there it is. It's saved. Now I have it in my files. If I'm on Facebook and I am looking around and I want to comment on something, right, that let's say someone said something or asked for help in a carnival group, right? Which I've got a million carnival groups. Here we go. Here's one right here. And I'm going to comment. I am just going to go ahead and click on the picture. I can grab that picture and I can upload that. All right. So I'm not going to post that because I'm not, but that's what you would do. Give me a call. I can help, etc. Right. It's going to just be a little bit of added online credibility. All right. So now that I have that, okay, I am like, okay, I like that, but now I want to do a Royal Caribbean. Do I have to start all over? No, you do not. And let me show you what you can do. All right. So I'm going to take this and I am actually going to delete this picture. I'm going to delete this little logo. All right. And now this is my template that I want to use. So I am want to save this as a template so that I can just use this over and over again. And I don't have to go ahead and redo this or what have you. Okay. The only thing I'm going to have to add is my new picture and my new logo. So let's click share. And again, we are saving this as a brand template. I'm going to click see all and I'm going to click brand template. And I am just going to click publish and close. I'm publishing it to my own Canva. It's not going anywhere. It's just publishing to my own Canva. All right. And then I don't want to share it with other people right now. I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to click X off of that. Okay. So now here's my brand template. So now if I were to go to home, right? If I were to go to the home, here's my brand template. You would find that right in here, by the way. Now, okay, there we go. It's right there. This is the one I use normally. This is the one I just created for you for this training. So here we are. I want to use this again. I don't want to mess with this one and mess it up. I'm just going to click on the ellipses, the three little dots. They are called ellipses. And I am going to click use brand template. You could have also double clicked on that and it would have opened it up and it would have given you a choice and I'll do that the next time, to use brand template. You can get there a couple of different ways. All right, so here we are. We're like, okay, now let's do Royal Caribbean. I'm selling Royal Caribbean. Let's do Royal Caribbean. I'm gonna just do new Royal Caribbean's newest ship. And again, I'm gonna hit images. All right. I'm on images and I love to see the ship lit up at night. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab this picture right here. I want to click on it. I'm going to right click. I'm going to copy the image. I'm going to go back to my Canva. I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste. Now all I'm going to do is stretch it. I don't want to cover the whole graphic. I just want to stretch this out and use it. Okay. So I want to make it fit nicely. Um, and so let's take a look. That looks good. Okay. All right, that looks good. I'll probably have to, maybe I want it up a little bit higher. Oh, not much. Okay. All right. There's that. All right. If you want to zoom in, you can use this again and you can zoom in and see how you like it. Let's see how that background color matches up with my color scheme. So let's go ahead and click on background color and click on the dot for the background color and let's see if it matches up with the ship. All right, I want to make it darker because I want this white to pop. So I'm going to choose this because this is one of the colors within the photo. All right, I'm going to move this up a little bit actually for this. And now I'm ready to grab my logo. All right, so let's go ahead here. And now we're just going to do Royal Caribbean logo. Just a little search there and let's see which one we want to use. How about this pretty maybe this pretty one, or we could use you could even do a circular one. This is nice. This one right here. I'm going to show you a little trick. Copy image. I'm going to just take this one. You can take whatever one you like. All right. I'm just going to paste it anywhere. Okay. But let me show you what we can do with this. All right. So you can go to elements. All right. Because see how this is kind of circular? Let's go to elements. And I am going to click frame. All right. Frame. And let's say I want this to be circular, right? Because it's already kind of circular. Let's stick this frame in the bottom corner, shrink it down. Looks good. Now, watch, I'm going to drag it and I'm going to drop it right in there. Whoops. I'm going to drag it and drop it right. There we go. So now you got the little Royal Caribbean. And maybe you're like, oh, I do love that, but it doesn't say Royal Caribbean. What if they don't know? That's fine. You know what? Let's stick with that Royal Caribbean right up here. And let's go ahead and grab another Royal Caribbean logo. Let's go ahead and grab something that has the word Royal Caribbean in it. Something that everyone is going to know and recognize. Let's take this square one right here. And I'm going to do a right click. I'm going to copy that. If I'm going too fast, pause this video, rewind it, whatever you need to do. And we're going to paste this down in here. Okay. Now, you see how it's got extra on the edges? I'm gonna trim that down. All right. And then here, real fast, I'm just gonna click position and I'm gonna hit right bottom. It pops it right down there. Now all I gotta do is pinch it to get it where I want it. There we go. I like it. I'll tell you what I don't like right now. I don't like that green. I don't like the way that green pops. So guess what? I'm clicking on that licensed and insured, and I am going to go up here to the color scheme at the top. And the green is what I don't like. So let's change the green. Let's make the green match with the Royal Caribbean. Do I want to look at that? Look at how nice that matches. Now let's check the blue. Is the blue? Let's make sure the blue is matching our Royal Caribbean. There we go. Now that's a little more cohesive. You could even do it with the Royal Caribbean, but I'm not because that's Royal Caribbean's colors. So I'm not going to mess with that. I'm not going to mess with this because that's their, right? And I'm like, ooh, now that's a lot of Royal Caribbean in one spot. Maybe you decide you want to stick it up here. And so you can make yours different, right? Like each graphic, you can do them a little different or tweak them a little bit. That's totally cool. All right, now we got it up over there. What you don't want is for things to be, too off balance or what have you. But and now I feel like that's really not doesn't work for me. So I'm just gonna delete it. You do what you want, but we're gonna delete everything. I'm just gonna leave it like that because here's what I want. I want my name to pop, right? I want them to see that I'm affiliated. Now, if you are trained, you could also add, like you've taken their training, you could also add any badges that you've earned down here, things like that. Maybe if you have your CLIA card, or your IATAN card, you could add little of those in there. You can see on my graphics that I do add those to most of them. So any little things that you can add that's gonna increase your credibility, I highly recommend you do that. All right, so with this one, I feel like I could make myself a little bit larger if I wanted to. I would have to go ahead and fix my layering. See, my head's cut off right here. So I'm gonna click on that. I'm gonna click on these three dots right here, and I'm gonna click on layer, and I want to bring that forward so that my head's not cut off. Okay. So if you ever have any issues where things are getting covered up, all you got to do is click and then look at the right click and then look at your layering and move things forward or backward depending on what you need to do. Okay? So there we go. Now we have our second one done. All we're going to do again is save it by downloading it, clicking download. It's going to save to our computer. And then the nice thing too is that then once we're in the mobile app of Canva, you are going to be able to grab those and download those to your phone easy. And then you'll have them on your phone. And then if you're working on your phone, you'll be able to access them and pop them in the comments or what have you. All right. So that is how you create a uh, template, a brand template, so that you can use it over and over again. Okay. So again, let me show you how you get there. I'm going to go back to the home so you know what it looks like when you first log in. You go to your home. Once you have a brand template, you can just click right here on brand and it's going to show you all your brand templates. All right. Before I showed you how to do it by use this brand template, uh, I'm just gonna click on it. And here's the other part I said I would show you. You can also, if this pops up, you just click use brand template. Okay. So now here we are again, back at the beginning. We've got our base things already set in place. we can go ahead and do the next one. If you wanted to do this as just a basic for a general purpose, you could totally do that too. You could just put, you know, uh, travel pictures, and you could do something, something like this. You could do something that's more exciting, whatever you wanted to do. You could totally, let's say your niche, whatever your niche is, you could totally do that. This is nice. This is a Canva picture. Oh, let me show you that, by the way. Let's do that. All right, so if you want to look at pictures that Canva has, you can also search Canva. You can search in the elements section, and you could put travel. Oh gosh, sorry. Well, that's not what I was trying to do. You could go to elements, and you could click search elements, and you could do travel. And you could look at graphics, or you could look at photos. I'm gonna go ahead and look at some photos. And so you could see, you could do something like this as your travel, whatever you wanted to do as a general digital business card. You could totally do that. It's gonna end up cutting it off, so I'm not gonna use this picture, but I'm just giving you an idea of what you could do. Travel the world, and you could stretch this to make it fit. Probably gonna take up a little more than you're wanting. You could just play with it and see, maybe you're like, I like that. That's nice. Let's change our background color, because our background color, we want to match our document. All right. So we're going to change our background color. But again, we want to make sure that that's going to pop. I think the darker the color, the more it's going to pop. So now things, that we changed it, things look a little bit different. So I could go, I could put myself down here, and I could put my licensed and insured, scooch that over here. And then I'm like, well, let's make this a little bit bigger. So I can stretch it like this. And there's a nice little general digital business card that you could use, right? And if you don't like these colors, find a picture that's, more in your color scheme. But that is, and so then you could just save it and download it, and then you have it so that you could offer your services and attach something like this that's eye-catching, and again gives you a little bit more credibility. You could absolutely also just do your entire, for a digital business card, you could do your entire background with a picture. So let's go ahead and get to the home, and we're going to create something brand new. All right. That was how to do the templates to kind of just um make multiple of the same thing, just different brands. All right. Well, let's just do a regular social media post, Facebook post, and we're going to make a digital business card using an element. Let's say it could even be one of your own pictures. A picture of you traveling is a good idea. Um, but you could do that covering the entire, let's say this is you, this is a picture. All right, so here it is. I'm going to right click on that, and I can click set image as background. All right. Now the picture is taking up the whole space. I don't have, I'm not just using 2/3 of it for the photo. So this is an option too. I like that this has a nice white spot up here that I could put some things in, like a little body of text. All right, you could put in your information. And we could um change our font to something else. We could make our font a different color if we wanted to. Or here again, this is how I can make my font any size that I want. I can position this on the top. Um, and then we've got that there, just the way we want it. Keep in mind if you do something to your size, just double check and make sure that it's still centered. You definitely want things to be centered. And you could again play with this font. You could play with um the colors. Um, you can add things if you want, like call me to book today, or you could add your maybe your logo or a slogan, even something like add a part of text. I This is something I have used. Whatever comes to your mind. All right. So let's say I want this to be my slogan. I want people to see this and want to call me. I definitely, I think I did something like, um, let's change the color. Oops, doesn't really pop very much. Still doesn't pop very much. Um, Another effect you can do is background, and you can choose the background that you want the color. It'll let you choose that. So, this is just different things that you can do to make a general. And I don't even think that a logo is necessary in my opinion. I don't I spent a lot of time stressing about my logo and I don't even use it anymore. That's just me though. But this is your business. You can do it how you want. If you're brand new, make sure that you understand that you are branding yourself. Uh as yourself, as your travel agency, and not as an Archer or an Evolution agent. You are not employed by Archer or Evolution. You're not an employee of them or a travel agent for them. This is your own business. So the beauty of that is that you can market and brand yourself however you want, whatever niche you want, etc. So just make sure that, if you're having business cards done or you're, creating something like this, that you're not marketing yourself as an Archer travel agent or an Evolution travel agent. Okay. So if you have any questions, reach out to me, let me know. Give yourself some grace if you're brand new with Canva. It definitely takes some time to get used to. Again, just pause the video, rewind it, etc. I have others on my YouTube channel. Feel free to go watch my other Canva trainings for, more pointers, things that I hadn't thought of to say today to give you as tips and tricks on how to use it. Like this effects button that again, I love the effects because it makes things pop a little bit. And so I that's it for now. Watch any of my other videos and subscribe to my channel. You can hit notifications so that you know when a new video has been posted. Have a great day.